Hello, Voivod Gahutek, Master of the Dungeon Sports Coliseum here. In this video, we're going to cover the basics of creating your D&D world in Foundry Virtual Tabletop. In Foundry, the world is the bucket that holds all of your content, including your maps and characters, for a given game of D&D. I'm using the latest version as of the time I'm creating this video, version 11, build 313. The first step is installing the game system for D&D. This system contains implementations of the basic rules of D&D 5e, including the items and creature stat blocks from the SRD. So when we come over here, we're already in the Game Systems tab when we open. Click Install System in the upper left-hand corner box, D&D 5e. Click it. That'll populate the manifest URL, and then the install button in the lower right-hand corner. You'll see it process and then pop in the game system. Then move over to the Worlds tab. They have a nice tutorial link to follow that'll walk you through the steps with dialog boxes. Very convenient. I'm going to skip that and just show you manually so we don't have to deal with the pop-ups. Click the Create World button. First step, give your world a name. It'll populate the data path. You don't need to do anything with that. Game System D&D 5th edition, the one we just loaded. You can load a background image now, but it actually makes more sense to wait and go back in and edit the world once you've created it. Once you've created it, all the files that will hold the content for the world exist. And so you're not just putting the files into random places in Foundry. You're putting them into places where you know where they are, can delete them when you're ready. If your users, your players have perhaps less powerful machines that are going to have trouble running Foundry, you can switch to a minimal join page theme. You could also post your next game session, but that's not necessary. Give your players a little description. And hit the Create World button. You see the world you named and the description you gave it. There's a play button to launch the world for you. But first I'm going to right click on it, edit world, and then go back to background image. You'll get a list of folders in the user data. You're going to go to worlds, hello world, and once you're in hello world, that's a safe place, if not the most organized place, to drop your art. Select file, update, and you get a nice picture of the art. We'll hit the start button and see how that art is also on the log or the join game screen for your players. The only account that'll be available is Game Master, so you'll switch to Game Master, leave the password blank, and join the game session. I'm going to hit the space bar to get rid of this game pause. That keeps your players from moving things around when you don't want them to. And the very first thing we're going to want to do is go over to User Management, which is under the Game Settings Gears tab, and give ourselves an actual password. And spell the password right so you can use it. And then you're going to want to set up another account for another player. Say it's Tanya. Give her a password as well so she has safety in her account. And leave her set as player. There are other options, but for now, player's your best bet. Go back in, use our password. Now our players can't get into our Game Master view and mess things up accidentally. And then when you're ready to invite players, you'll go back to this Settings tab and click the Invitations Links button. This will work on a local network. Actually, this one won't even work on a local network, maybe. But it might. But you're going to need to set up port forwarding and some other stuff before your players have access to it. And you're going to want to refer to Foundry's documents for that, because they're better than I'm going to give you instructions for. So, you're all set. You've got your game world. You've got your bucket to put all your cool stuff in. Just to walk you through the concepts real quick, scenes are the things that you want to show your players. So primarily for D&D battle maps, but if you've got images you want to put up while you narrate the story to them or things like that, or talk them through a social scene, then that's what scenes do. Actors are Foundry's concepts for player characters, non-player characters, and vehicles. So if you were going to create any of those, you click the Create Actor button and select them from the drop-down. And then items is a really broad category that can be equipment, but it can also be spells or features or anything that you're going to put on your character sheet. So if you're going to be creating those things, you're going to get them there. And then the last thing I want to show you before we wrap the video is compendium packs. Since we use the D&D 5e system, it already loaded all the SRD content. So you've got backgrounds, classes, subclasses, class features, and racial features. You'll be able to create basic characters up to the level that they're available in the SRD. You also get your items, trade goods, and spells, and a set of starter heroes, rules, and rollable tables. So you've got all those basics that D&D gives away for free. I hope that video was helpful. We'll be doing more videos in this series, so like and subscribe to see when the next video is live, and let me know if you have any ideas for what other content you'd like to see or ways that I can help you improve your game. Thanks.